Hello everyone, we are Team AgriMargin, which is an AI-powered multi-agent decision support system built using Google's Agent Development Kit. AgriMargin helps smallholder farmers answer one simple but critical question, which is treating this crop actually worth the money? Rather than stopping at a disease detection, our system combines diagnosis, weather conditions, and market prices, and economic reasoning to help farmers make smarter and more profitable decisions. So when we look at the problem, imagine you are a smallholder farmer and you discover your crop is diseased. So today you would need to use a disease identification app to understand what's wrong, check a weather forecast to see weather conditions favor disease spread, and also visit a market or another application to find the current crop price. So these tools answer separate questions, but none of them answer the one that actually matters, which is treating this crop worth the money, especially this close to harvest. So because of this gap, farmers often spend money on unnecessary treatments or lose valuable yield by waiting too long. So that's the problem AgriMargin is designed to solve. So our architecture is a multi-agent one. So because this is not simply an image classification problem, rather the system needs to gather information from multiple domains like plant pathology, weather science, and market economics, and reason across all of them before making a recommendation. That's why we choose a multi-agent architecture instead of relying on one large model to do everything. Specialized agents each perform a specific task, while a central orchestrator coordinates the workflow. So most importantly, any real-world action always requires explicit human approval before it can happen. So AgriMargin is built around 5 specialized agents working together, and also there is one orchestrator. So the first one is the diagnosis agent, which identifies the crop disease from an uploaded image or symptom description. The second one is the weather risk agent, which evaluates environmental conditions and estimates the likelihood of disease spread. And the third one is the market intelligence agent, which retrieves the latest crop prices and market trends. And the main one, which is the heart of the system, is the economic advisor agent, which is our key innovation. It combines the diagnosis, weather risk, market price, treatment cost, and harvest timing to determine whether treatment is economically worthwhile. So finally, if the farmer chooses to proceed, the action agent prepares the next step, such as drafting an order, but it cannot execute anything without explicit user confirmation. So let's take a look at how the recommendation is built. So when we see how the workflow comes together, the farmer first submits information about the crop. Then the orchestrator automatically delegates each task to the appropriate specialist agent. First, the disease is identified. Then the weather conditions are analyzed. Then the current market prices are retrieved. And finally, the economic advisor combines all of this information and produces a recommendation together with the reasoning behind it, including expected crop loss, treatment costs, estimated savings, and the overall net benefit. So for this prototype, the weather and market services are implemented as clearly labeled steps, so the project runs without external credentials. So the repository explains how they can easily be replaced with the real APIs or MCP servers. So as a conclusion, AgriMargin isn't trying to build another disease detector because an excellent one already exists. Our innovation is adding the missing economic layer that helps the farmers decide whether treatment is actually worth the investment. So by combining the diagnosis, weather intelligence, market information, and economic reasoning into one recommendation, and ensuring that every real-world action requires human approval, AgriMargin transforms agricultural AI from diagnosis into practical decision support. So thank you for your time.